topic is going to be about time management. So how do you manage your time in professional school? How do you manage your time in PT school? Well, you guys, let me fill you in on a little secret. This right here. She is how I make it happen. No, but seriously though, like I wouldn't be able to manage it all without my planner. And it just is simple as like writing down all the dates, all the things basically like that are happening in the program, things that I want to do, conferences, stuff like that, like even fun things that I want to do, whatever the case may be. I have to write it down if it's during the school semester, or else I just simply won't remember it. And I was always doing weird stuff whenever I press record. Like literally before I press record, she was silent. But anyway, I think the biggest thing is having an agenda planner, and then not only that, but just being able to, because like for us, for our program, for example, like this semester we have, I think 6 classes. I think either 6 or 7 classes basically. So just being able to allot to each class the amount of time that you need to study. And there are some classes that are way, I would say more important, but more rigorous, for lack of better words, than others. And so it's like you do need to dedicate more time, but you can't forget about the less rigorous classes too, because that's still a part of your grade. And all in all, you do need to be able to maintain a certain grade point average or a certain academic standing to remain in the program. So I think the biggest thing, at least what I found out that works for me, is just like when I'm studying, like I'll tell myself like, okay, I'm giving myself 2 hours for cardio today, 2.5, 3 hours for cardio today, and then I'm going to give myself maybe an hour and a half for, you know, another class or whatever. But I think that's just the biggest thing that I found that works for me, is like creating a schedule. And like I've tried this whole thing where I've tried to like cram all subjects in one day. It just doesn't work that way for me at all. So I think the best thing is really just to like know yourself. You know, like know yourself and what you can and can't do, know how you study. That's one of the bigger things, and I'll touch on that in my study tips, my study habits in another video. But know how you study, and just kind of like know what you can handle in a day, you know, because like after a long day of class and then all that stuff, you don't want to start studying for 5 subjects in one day. It's just unrealistic. And you also don't want to set unrealistic goals too, because it makes it harder for you to achieve those things. So it's like make smaller goals, so that way like you're more inclined to do those things because they're not as like grandiose. I know for me, like I'll just write little things down, like check boxes next to them, and once I accomplish them for the day, I just check mark them. And for me, that's like, wow, like by the time the end of the day comes, I've checked off everything off my daily to-do list, and I feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I've done more, and it also helps me like to stay on track too. It makes me feel like a lot more disciplined. It makes me feel like I am actually doing something, because like sometimes it's really easy to fall in the habit of like, man, I didn't do nothing today, when in reality you really did. And you don't want to just like play yourself. You don't want to play yourself that you did, like you didn't do anything, when in actuality you did. So I would say the biggest things for time management for me are: 1, have a planner. And honestly, shameless plug, I get all my planners from TJ Maxx. I got this from TJ Maxx, $9.99. It is so cute. I really like the ones that have like, I don't know what to call this, like not spirally. Ooh, y'all, because I used to get the spiral planners, and them joints, like, I don't know, maybe I'm too rough, but like whenever I would put them in my book bag and take them out, it would just be like, okay, this is not how I put this in my book bag, you know. In the process of putting it in there and taking it out, like what happened? So yeah, got this, shameless plug, TJ Maxx. I love TJ Maxx. They always have like the best planners. TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, and they're inexpensive too if you're on a student budget or whatever. But anyway, 3 biggest things are: have a planner, 1, make a to-do list, 2, and 3, know yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for 5 minutes with abs today. Just keeping you hip on time management skills. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything. Feel free to you guys